I have a 12-year-old pecan tree that has never had pecans. What care does it need? And this is from Cynthia Abbeville. Okay, so 12-year-old pecan tree that never had pecans. And Miss Debbie, Mr. D knows all about pecans, right? Because he spent a little time in Mobile, Alabama, where they grow a lot of pecans down there.
Right.
So we'll just, toss that to him and we'll just sit back and listen.
Sounds good.
All right. Look at
Well, the question, I have questions. This brings up questions.
All right,
because
question. All right.
From the way the question was written, I'm assuming that's the only pecan tree that she has.
Okay. All right.
She may call back later and say she's got 100 other pecan trees that are bearing, but this one's not bearing.
Right.
But if this is the only pecan tree she has, then the answer is easy. Pecans require cross-pollination.
All right.
And you need a type 1 tree to pollinate a type 2 tree.
Okay.
And that means if you have 2 Elliots or 2 Cape Fears, they will not pollinate each other because both of them are type 1 trees.
Okay. Right.
So if you have 2 Stewarts, they won't pollinate each other because they're both type 2 trees. And the difference between a type 1 tree and a type 2 tree is one of them, all pecan trees have both male and female structures on the tree.
Okay.
The little nutlet itself is the female structure. And the catkins, the little
right.
thing, the hanger-downers, are the male structures. And on one of them, and I don't know for sure which is which, but one of the types, the male, the pollen is dry and it's spread by wind.
Okay.
Is dry and ready to do its thing before the nutlets are receptive. The nutlets are receptive for about like 3 or 4 days. They're kind of sticky, and that pollen will stick on there. On the other, the female nutlets are receptive before the male pollen is dry enough and ready to pollinate, and that keeps that makes the pecans cross-pollinate, and it's kind of a neat deal. So you need a type 1 tree with a type 2 tree. We need to know what variety that is. Either that, or Cynthia could buy a type 1 and a type 2 tree and have 3 pecan trees, and for sure the pollination would occur.
Right.
If she doesn't know what variety this one is.
Right.
But if you 12-year-old pecan tree,
12-year-old. Wow. Yeah.
if it's one of the older fashioned pecan trees, it takes them quite a while to produce pecans anyway. Pecans are a slow growing tree.
Wow.
And some of the newer varieties, the smaller varieties, are more precocious and they will start producing earlier.
Okay.
So that's also another situation. It could be if it's an old Stewart, it's 12 years old, it ought to start.
Wow, it ought to start at 12 years. How about that? Okay.
And then it gets into pecan trees need 2 pounds of 888 per tree per year of age, up to a maximum of 120 pounds for a 60-year-old tree or older. So if
that's a lot.
This 12-year-old tree needs 24 pounds of 888 broadcast around the drip line of that tree in 1 or 2 applications. You could split that. You could do that early and then midsummer. Needs to be doing that too. That might accelerate the growth. That would help. And also a tree, I just don't know how big that tree is.
Right.
It may be small enough that she can actually treat it put it on the pecan spray schedule, which is every 3 weeks with a fungicide to prevent scab.
Right.
But in scab, which is the #1 disease on pecans, affects the fruit, but it also affects the leaves and the stems. So just because she doesn't have any pecans on that pecan tree doesn't mean that scab's not a problem on it.
Gotcha.
So that's several issues.
Wow.
I'm making some assumptions here.
We hope you enjoyed the video. We have hundreds more. To subscribe, just click below.